Owners get $2,500 purchase allowance.
Tonight, breaking news as we come on the air. Election night in America. The critical midterm election in a deeply divided country. The first exit polls coming in now. What they reveal already. Tonight, control of the House at stake, control of the Senate too. And what this could all mean for President Biden's next 2 years in office. Millions of Americans across the country heading to the polls. Some waiting hours in line to cast their ballots. The Senate race in Pennsylvania, a dead heat. John Fetterman against Dr. Mehmet Oz. In Georgia, a razor-thin race there as well. Senator Raphael Warnock against Herschel Walker. Republicans need to gain just one seat to take back control of the Senate. They need 5 seats to flip the House. 45 million Americans voting early. Elections officials already pointing to a midterm record for early turnout. Eva Pilgrim and Steve Osunsami live in the battlegrounds. Rick Klein and Rachel Scott at the big boards tonight. They'll show us what to look for early in the night. Also, the other news this Tuesday night, a hurricane warning now in effect for much of Florida. Mandatory evacuations underway in some areas. Nicole gaining strength tonight, expected to make landfall as a hurricane, then moving right up the East Coast into the Northeast. Georgia, the Carolinas, Washington, D.C., New York to Boston. Ginger Z standing by in Florida with the timing and the track tonight. The war in Ukraine, of course, this is another issue we'll cover on this election. And tonight, what President Zelensky is now suggesting when it comes to talks with Vladimir Putin. Here at home, the high school shooting in Seattle, what authorities have now revealed. Also, the search at this hour, 1 person killed, 3 rescued, reports of others swept away in flooding. And at the end tonight, the Powerball mystery. What happened last night? We do have a word of a winner now, and the store owner we've also learned who won big, what he was given today.
From ABC News election headquarters in New York, this is a special edition of World News Tonight with David Muir.
And good evening tonight from ABC News election headquarters here in New York City. This room will be full just moments from now. Election day in America, in a country deeply divided. The final votes are being cast in the crucial midterm elections, one of the most consequential midterm elections in U.S. history. Control of the Senate at stake, control of the House at stake. The first exit polls just coming in, the issues driving voters. Voter interest very high this year. 45 million Americans casting their ballots early, in person or by mail, setting a record. Authorities tonight say more than in any other midterm election. But that also means the ballots could take some time to count, especially with so many key battleground races so very close. Get ready for quite a night here on ABC. Tonight, those first clues from the preliminary exit polls, voters who cast ballots today, as well as those who voted early or who mailed in their ballots, all included here. Take a look tonight. Voters asked which of these issues mattered most when they voted. 32% said inflation, 27% said abortion, followed by crime, gun policy, and immigration. Asked which party they trust to handle inflation, 42% said Democrats, 54% said the Republicans. And asked whether they approve of President Biden's job performance, 45% said they approve, 55% disapprove. And there are 2 numbers tonight that you will hear again and again during our election night coverage all night long. They are 1 and 5. Republicans need a net gain of just 1 seat to take back control of the Senate, a net gain of just 5 seats to take control of the House. And one of those key Senate races, the Senate race in Pennsylvania tonight. Democrat Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman voting this morning in his hometown of Braddock, Pennsylvania. Republican Dr. Mehmet Oz voting near his home in suburban Philadelphia. And ABC's Eva Pilgrim leading us off tonight in Pittsburgh.
In Pennsylvania this morning, the Democrat in the nation's most watched Senate race driving himself to the polls in his pickup truck.
How you feeling this morning?
John Fetterman campaigning as a fighter for the little guy, saying his recent stroke has made him a stronger, more empathetic candidate.
This is what recovery from a stroke looks like 5 months ago. Sometimes I'm going to miss some words. Sometimes I'm going to mush 2 words together. But one thing I absolutely will always get right is making sure that we stand for the important things in Washington, D.C.
His Republican rival, Dr. Mehmet Oz, voting in the suburbs of Philadelphia, where he moved just about 2 years ago and where he's focused his efforts in the home stretch.
Pennsylvania is sending a very clear message to Washington. We want less radicalism and more balance.
Oz won the Republican nomination with the strong support of former President Trump, who campaigned here over the weekend. But in the final days, Oz pitching himself as a moderate voice.
So I'm asking you now to be braver than ever. This is a transformative election.
Today, many voters we spoke with focused on kitchen table issues, the economy, and inflation.
I walk into the grocery store and I'll walk by something. I'm like, I can't afford that, and just keep right on walking.
But other factors also coming into play.
Reproductive rights, to me, obviously, a lot of it just the idea of people that supported the insurrection then being in office, people who don't want to recognize legitimate elections as being actual elections.
Some voters telling me that this year in Pennsylvania, it's been a difficult choice.
Everything's wrong in this country right now. Their economy's bad. But the thing that bothers me is that both parties are just so derisive, and they're not focusing on helping us. It's all about themselves.
Always good to hear from the voters. Eva Pilgrim with us live from Pittsburgh tonight. And Eva, another key race, of course, right there in Pennsylvania, the race for governor tonight. The Democrat in that race, Josh Shapiro, going into Election Day today with a very strong lead in the polls. And this is a question we're going to be discussing on election night coverage here. Will that help his fellow Democrat, John Fetterman, get over the finish line? Or will some there in Pennsylvania decide to split their vote, maybe go for a Democrat for governor, but then a Republican for Senate? We just have to wait and see.
That's right, David. We're at the Fetterman campaign event tonight here in Pittsburgh, and we have heard from voters across the state that they are going to split their vote. Some Republicans that we've talked to say they're voting for Shapiro, saying that Mastriano, the Republican candidate, is just too extreme. But then others tell us that they are voting straight ticket. This dynamic between these two races and how tight this Senate race is really adds an element that is unknown.
All right, Eva Pilgrim, we're going to be counting on you a lot tonight in Pennsylvania, the key state of Pennsylvania, as always. Thank you. In the meantime, to Georgia, the state that determined control of Congress 2 years ago. This time, they could do it again. Tonight, that race for the Senate in a dead heat as well. Senator Raphael Warnock campaigning for re-election there. The Republican Herschel Walker, of course, battling to unseat him. And another heated Georgia race we're watching, the rematch between Governor Brian Kemp and his challenger, Stacey Abrams. Steve Osunsami in Atlanta tonight.
There were no lines at this polling place this morning outside the governor's hometown of Athens, Georgia.
How you doing?
Where Republican Brian Kemp and his family went to vote for his re-election. And officials say it's looking this way across the state, that it's only taking minutes to vote, but that turnout is still very strong. Like millions of Georgians, Democrat Stacey Abrams voted early. If she wins tonight, she'd become the first black woman in America ever elected governor. In the U.S. Senate race, both Republican Herschel Walker and Congressman Raphael Warnock also voted early. They joined more than 2.5 million Georgians who voted before Election Day, a record for a midterm election here. What's your feeling on this election?
I think it's going to be a very, very close one.
Crime is my #1 issue.
I would say the economy is a bit more important.
I'm concerned about families, the seniors, cost of living, things like that.
I think the biggest thing is just the economy. I know a lot of people in the last year or so have dealt with a ton of inflation and rising costs. Wages aren't really keeping up.
Georgia voters told us today they were all over the place on the issues, and many were voting for both Democrats and Republicans.
So let's bring in Steve Osunsami live in Atlanta again tonight. And Steve, for folks at home, this Senate race between Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock, one of them has to hit 50% just to make sure that this then doesn't go off to a runoff. But this runoff could be possible given how close this race is going into today.
That's right, 50%. +1, and both campaigns are preparing for this, and it's one of those things that both campaigns are watching tonight, and it's different from 2020. In 2020, when there was a runoff election during the presidential election, that runoff didn't happen until January, in fact the night before the attack on the U.S. Capitol. But this time the law has changed. If there's a runoff in either of these races tonight, that runoff will happen 4 weeks from tonight on December 6th. David?
But here's the really interesting thing, Steve. We know Georgia closes fairly early tonight, so we'll have early results from Georgia, at least the first wave of data coming in quite early. So we'll be coming to you very soon on our election coverage. Steve, thank you. In the meantime, to Arizona tonight, a very close Senate race there as well. Also, the race for governor being watched by the nation. ABC's Whit Johnson in Arizona tonight.
Don't forget to vote.
In one of the country's most pivotal Senate races, tonight Democrat Mark Kelly, a former astronaut and combat pilot, is fighting to keep his seat in Arizona.
I expect to win this election, and we've worked really hard, and I feel I've earned the votes.
But polls showing his Republican opponent Blake Masters closing in, a political newcomer endorsed by former President Trump, who's been hammering Democrats on issues like crime, immigration, and the economy, while Phoenix is seeing the nation's highest inflation rate at 13%.
Look at what they've done to destroy our economy.
And in the race for governor, Republican and former TV news anchor Kari Lake taking on Arizona Secretary of State Katie Hobbs, a Democrat who made a name for herself defending the 2020 election results.
This race for governor isn't about Democrats or Republicans. It is about sanity over chaos.
But Lake with a slight edge in the polls. She's one of 199 Republican candidates running for statewide office or Congress who fully denied the legitimacy of the 2020 election. Another 61 have raised doubts about the results. And just last night, hours before polls opened, Lake was already casting doubt on the integrity of this election.
I'm worried about tomorrow. Who's worried about tomorrow? And these bastards back there don't want us talking about stolen elections.
Kari Lake, a Trump favorite and already considered a potential running mate in 2024. And on the eve of the midterm election, the former president putting the focus on himself, all but declaring he's running, with plans to make it official next Tuesday.
I'm going to be making a very big announcement on Tuesday, November 15th at Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida.
And David, here in Arizona, this new MAGA movement with Kari Lake at the forefront will be put to the test tonight to see if they can beat Democrats in these tight races and turn this purple state red once again. David?
Wade Johnson tonight will be diving into what former President Trump said on our election night coverage as well. Somehow making headlines again. Whit, our thanks to you. We'll see you shortly on our election coverage. In the meantime, let's get right over to the big boards. Rick Klein, Rachel Scott will be here with us and the whole team. And Rick, I just wanted to give folks at home who are watching tonight sort of an early viewer's guide to some signals that might say, well, this is the way the night might go.
David, it's going to be a late night. We're going to get some important signals very early in that night. The two battlegrounds that we've been covering and spending so much time talking about, both Pennsylvania and Georgia, they are relatively early poll closings. We're going to get a big indication early on in the night where it's going, even if we don't necessarily get final results for a couple more hours. And then looking at some key bellwethers, up in New Hampshire, the Democrat Maggie Hassan trying to hold on. That would be a disaster for Democrats if she were to lose to her MAGA alliance challenger. Then where are Democrats on offense? North Carolina, where Sherry Beasley has kept things a little bit closer than a lot of people expected for a Democrat, and Ohio, where Tim Ryan has run a very strong campaign against J.D. Vance. The question, is that just too red a state to overcome? But the Democrats actually have some chances to pick up a seat or two.
Again, very early in the night, we'll have our first data from all these states. And you're right. And Maggie Hassan in New Hampshire, if that ends up being a lot closer than we thought, that could be trouble for the Democrats we're watching. Thank you, Rick. Right over to Rachel Scott, who covers Congress. And you always give us the context which we so appreciate. Any president who in the party in power in the White House faces a very difficult midterm election.
Exactly, David. And we did some homework to see how former presidents did in their first midterm election. So starting in 2010, you may remember former President Barack Obama. He called this a shellacking, 44% approval rating. Well, guess what? He lost 63 seats in the House. 2018, former President Donald Trump, 40% approval rating. He lost 40 seats in the House. President Biden not sitting too far from where former President Donald Trump was in 2018.
So we'll see what the numbers are. Again, they only need to gain 5 seats, the Republicans, to take control. Quickly, show us Virginia, because I know there's a district there, a couple districts that you're watching closely, which again could be real bellwethers for the rest of the night to see how Democrats or Republicans are doing.
David, I have my eyes on Abigail Spanberger's district near Washington, D.C., Elaine Luria's district, a member of the January 6th Select Committee. These are two Democrats who flipped these seats in 2018. President Biden won in both of these districts, and then 1 year later, the Republican governor Glenn Youngkin won here as well. This will give us an early indicator into how Republicans are doing. If they can flip both, they're off to a good start.
Yeah, if Glenn Youngkin wins there, it's going to be a challenge for these Democrats to hold on to those seats. Rachel, thank you. We'll see you just a short time from now. Of course, Rachel, Rick, Whit, Steve, Eva, the entire team will be here, and standing by just off to the side, John Carl, Cecilia Vega, Lindsay Davis, Martha Raddatz. We'll all be here in our election headquarters and all across the country live in the battlegrounds. Our live coverage all night long. We begin at 8 p.m. Eastern on the network. As those first results come in, we'll be here right here to guide you through it. Expect the unexpected. There are always surprises. Rick Klein tells us that every single day here. Again, our live coverage right after World News Tonight. We'll see you for that shortly. We do have a lot of other news to get to this Tuesday evening, though, as voters go to the polls. A hurricane now bearing down on Florida. Mandatory evacuations ordered in 2 counties already. Nicole is gaining strength tonight, expected to make landfall as a hurricane, then moving up into the east, in fact, right into the northeast. Our chief meteorologist, Ginger Z, with the timing and the track. She's in Cocoa Beach, Florida tonight.
David, we are in a hurricane warning here from the Space Coast up to Daytona Beach down to West Palm. So I want to take you to the map so you can see the timing of this. This is a Thursday, early Thursday landfall. And the impact is going to be wide, not just what you see in the cone, but well beyond it. It's going to take a sharp turn into Georgia, eventually south of North Carolina and up the East Coast. But before it does that, I'm most concerned about beach erosion, surge up to 5 feet, isolated tornadoes, and that 600 miles wide where you could see tropical storm force winds. Then watch for that heavy rain inland as it moves north. This is very late in the season to have a hurricane making landfall. David.
All right, Ginger Z live there in Florida tonight where the wind is already picking up. Ginger will be watching you on GMA in the morning. We turn now to the war in Ukraine tonight. Another major issue we'll cover on this election night. And tonight what President Zelensky is now suggesting when it comes to talks with Vladimir Putin. James Longman in Kyiv again tonight.
Tonight, Ukrainian President Zelensky softening his tone slightly on the possibility of negotiations with Russia. In the fall, with drones and missiles raining down on his country, Zelensky signed a decree ruling out talks with Vladimir Putin. He told David why he felt it was impossible.
It's a question of dialogue with terrorists. You cannot discuss anything with terrorists.
But after recent reports that the US is privately asking Ukraine to show it is open to talks, even with Putin in power, Zelensky told the UN Climate Summit he wants the international community to force Russia into genuine peace negotiations. But Zelensky's conditions remain the same: return of all occupied lands, the prosecution of war crimes, and reparations. His comments come as Ukraine watches, with some nervousness, for the outcome of US elections.
We have midterms coming, the midterm elections, and are you at all concerned about the balance of power and the continuing support from the U.S.?
We of course, all these details will have influence on Ukraine. Yes, I follow, but that is the decision of American people, and I don't want to, even if I can, I don't want to have any influence on this decision.
David, the reality is that negotiations with Russia are still a long way off. And tonight, Ukrainians will be watching the American elections very closely to see what impact they might have on future U.S. help for this country. David?
All right, James Longman in Kyiv tonight. James, we'll see you for our election coverage as well a little later tonight. When we come back here in the meantime, the high school shooting in Seattle tonight, what authorities have now revealed, and the search underway at this hour. 1 person killed, 3 rescued, reports of others swept away in flooding here in the U.S.
He was there at the center of it all, there on January 6th. Now, for the first time, Mike Pence on that day and the Trump presidency. Mike Pence, David Muir, Monday on ABC's World News Tonight and across ABC News.
Moderate to severe eczema. It doesn't care if you have a date, a day off, or a double shift. Make your move and get out in front of eczema with steroid-free Sabinco. Not an injection. Sabinco is a once-daily pill for adults who didn't respond to previous treatments and is proven to help provide clearer skin and relieve itch fast. Sabinco continuously treats eczema whether you're flaring or not.
Sabinco can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Before and during treatment, your doctor should check for infections and do blood tests. Tell your doctor if you've had hepatitis B or C, have flu-like symptoms, or are prone to infections. Do not take with medicines that prevent blood clots. Serious, sometimes fatal infections, lymphoma, lung, skin, and other cancers. Serious heart-related events and blood clots can happen. People 50 and older with heart disease risk factors have an increased risk of serious heart-related events or death with JAK inhibitors.
It's time to get out in front of eczema. Ask your doctor about once daily Sabinco.
I got you something.
If I could be, baby, where you are. If I could be, baby, where
Distance means so little when a gift says so much. Etsy has it.
As someone living with type 2 diabetes,
I want to keep it real and talk about some risks. With type 2 diabetes, you have up to 4 times greater risk of stroke, heart attack, or death. Even at your A1C goal, you're still at risk, which if ignored could bring you here. May put you in one of those, or even worse. Too much? That's the point. Get real about your risks and do something about it. Talk to your healthcare provider about ways to lower your risk of stroke, heart attack, or death. Learn more at getrealaboutdiabetes.com.
Tonight, police have revealed new details about a deadly high school shooting in Seattle. Authorities say at least one student was shot and killed at Ingram High School. Officers arriving, immediately going into the school, finding the victim. The student later dying at the hospital. Tonight, police say a suspect is under arrest. Classes at the school have been canceled tomorrow. When we come back here tonight, the search underway at this hour after deadly flash flooding in the U.S. One dead, several still missing. In a moment.
The ABCs of CKD. A is for awareness, because knowing that your chronic kidney disease and type 2 diabetes could progress to dialysis is important. B is for belief that there may be more you can do. Just remember that K is for kidneys and Kerendia. For adults living with CKD and type 2 diabetes, Kerendia is proven to reduce the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis. Kerendia is a once-daily tablet that treats CKD differently than type 2 diabetes medications to help slow the progression of kidney damage and reduce the risk of cardiovascular events, such as heart attacks. Do not take Kerendia if you have problems with your adrenal glands or take certain medications called CYP3A4 inhibitors. Kerendia can cause hyperkalemia, which is high potassium levels in your blood. Ask your doctor before taking products containing potassium. Kerendia can also cause low blood pressure and low sodium levels. So now that you know your ABCs, remember K is for kidneys. And if you need help slowing kidney damage, ask your doctor about Kerendia.
At Progressive, if you want to protect the homes and autos of those who bundle, you must become a true master. When you can take the ball from my hand, you'll be ready.
Does this mean I'm ready?
I mean, technically, I guess. Yeah, if you want to do it that way.
I'm always up for what's next, even with higher stroke risk due to AFib not caused by a heart valve problem. So if there's a better treatment than warfarin, I'll go after that. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk better than warfarin and has less major bleeding than warfarin. Eliquis has both.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
Don't like surprises? Proactive notifications from Fidelity keep you tuned in all day long. So when something happens that could affect your portfolio, you can act quickly. That's Decision Tech, only from Fidelity.
I'm Curtis, 42, homeowner, pretty good credit. It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. Now, it's easy to help protect yourself. Identity theft protection starts here at LifeLock.com.
With United Healthcare, my sister has a whole team to help her get the most out of her Medicare plan.
Wow. Advantage? Me.
Can't wait till I turn 65.
Take advantage with an AARP Medicare Advantage plan, only from United Healthcare.
Ready to shine from the inside out? Say yes to Nature's Bounty Advanced Gummies and Jelly Beans, the #1 brand for hair, skin, and nails, with 2 times more biotin to bring out more of your inner beauty. Get more with Nature's Bounty.
Tonight, rescue teams are searching for victims swept away by deadly flooding in Ontario, California, that's just east of Los Angeles. Authorities say at least 1 person was killed and 2 others are still missing tonight. The victims were caught in the current and pulled down a storm drain. 3 others have been rescued. The search is being slowed now by the bad weather. On this election day, there were many who noticed something before the sun came up this morning. The spectacular image in the sky very early. A total lunar eclipse taking place across North America overnight. The initial phase beginning just after 3 in the morning, reaching totality at about 5:17 in the morning. The blood moon appearing red in the Earth's shadow. Won't be another one until 2025. When we come back here tonight, what happened with the Powerball last night? We now have the answer and something we weren't expecting.
ABC World News Tonight with David Muir, sponsored by Voya Financial.
With my
hectic life, you'd think retirement would be the last thing on my mind.
Hey, Mom, can I go play video games?
Sure.
After homework.
Thankfully, Voya provides comprehensive solutions and shows me how to get the most out of my workplace benefits.
What's the Wi-Fi password again?
Here you go.
Cool. Thanks.
No problem. Voya helps me feel like I got it all under control. Because I do.
Oh, she is good. Voya. Well planned, well invested, well protected.
If you still have symptoms of moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or active psoriatic arthritis after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help.
Stand up to your symptoms with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that tackles pain, stiffness, swelling. For some, Rinvoq significantly reduces RA and PSA fatigue.
It can stop further irreversible joint damage, and Rinvoq can leave skin clear or almost clear in PSA. That's Rinvoq relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq. Rinvoq. Make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
At Humana, we believe your health care should evolve with you. And part of that evolution means choosing the right Medicare plan for you. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you are covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits, but you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and coinsurance, but you may pay higher premiums and still not get prescription drug coverage. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits with no copays or deductibles on Tier 1 prescriptions. You get all this coverage for as low as a $0 monthly plan premium in many areas. Humana has a large network of doctors and hospitals, so call or go online today and get your free decision guide. Discover how an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan could save you money. Humana, a more human way to health care.
Over the past 2 years, Jersey Mike's fundraiser for Feeding America has been a huge success. Their efforts helped provide more than 75 million meals when people needed it most. But there's still work to be done.
Thank you, Claire. This year, we'd like to invite you back to Jersey Mike's for another special weekend. Come in November 19th and 20th, where 20% of all sales will be donated to Feeding America, helping families in need.
Together, we always make a difference.
The stakes couldn't be higher. ABC News Election Night. Who will control Congress? What will it mean for his agenda? And deciding our next president. It all comes down to this. Your voice, your vote. ABC News Election Night.
Finally tonight, before we go, there's one person in America holding on to the winning Powerball ticket worth more than $2 billion. It turns out a technical issue in Minnesota last night forced millions of people across the country to wait until this morning for the drawing. The winning ticket was sold at Joe's Service Center in Altadena, California. We've learned the store's owner received a $1 million check for selling that ticket. He says he's going to spend it now on his children and on his 11 grandchildren. And as for the unknown winner, the owner said somebody's lucky. He said, we're happy for them. We're a little envious, too, but we're happy. By the way, as you know, election night is here. So is the team. I wish you could see everyone around the corner here ready to jump into their seats. Keep it right here at ABC. Our live coverage begins just a short time from now. A big night ahead. Election night in America. We'll see you in just a moment. Good night.
Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast. The stakes couldn't be higher. ABC News Election Night. Who will control Congress? What will it mean for his agenda? And deciding our next president. It all comes down to this. Your voice, your vote. ABC News Election.
World News Tonight is sponsored by Jefferson Health. U.S. News and World Report's 2022-23 rankings have recognized Jefferson Health hospitals as among the best regionally and nationally in multiple medical specialties. For an appointment, call 1-800-JEFF-NOW.
149, 229, 249, 199, 50% off.
That'll be
$47.80.